Hi, Glenn, are you there?
I'm here. Hi, how are you?
Good to
Hey Glenn,
speak with
how you
you.
going?
Hi, Steve. Hi, Justin.
Hey, Glenn, 10 months. We haven't spoken to you for 10 months, so I'm really interested in this
Yeah.
discussion we're going to have today. Um,
Okay.
so you came to us 10 months ago. First thing I want to ask you, or for people that are watching this, why did you come to us?
Because I was pretty desperate, and I just before I contacted you, I'd been on a skiing holiday, and I just couldn't ski properly anymore. I just got to that stage where I was so out of breath I could ski maybe for an hour in the morning, if that, and that was me wiped. And I just didn't want to be that person anymore. And
Right,
I wasn't in control of my eating and felt out of control.
right, okay. So you came to us at what weight, Glenn? Do you remember?
I'm going to do this in pounds because
Right,
so I think I was about 290 or something like that, over 290 pounds. I
right.
It's funny. I'm British, but I lived in the States for a while, so my weight I do it in pounds. So like 290 pounds.
Right. And just so people know, you're actually very tall. You're about 6'4". Would that be right?
6'4", yeah.
6'4". Yeah. Okay. Right. So I think most of your weight was simply at your belly.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And
All around my weight.
yeah. So you're with us for 4 weeks and you lost 20 kilos. Is that right?
Yeah. Well, no. Yes, I lost about 20 kilos.
20 kilos.
Which is 40 in my money. That's over 3 stone.
Yeah. And had you actually tried in the past going on diets, exercise regimes, and things like that before that?
Yeah, I've been on about 3 fat camps in Europe.
Yeah.
And I managed to lose like 7 pounds or 10 pounds.
Yeah.
And then I would stay off for like a month.
Really?
Yeah.
So it took you a
Okay,
month to put that weight on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so the big question, Glenn, is so you've been gone from us for almost a year now,
Yeah.
and congratulations on the weight that you did lose when you were with us. But the big question is, have you kept the weight off?
I would say I have. I think I put on about 3 kilos since I left. That's 10 months ago. And that,
Really? Wow,
yeah. And I think that's
that's
been mainly in the
fantastic.
yeah, and I think that's mainly been in the last month or so, stress eating with this whole Corona thing going on. Until
Yes.
then, I was doing pretty well. Yeah,
Okay, so you've kept the weight off that you lost when you were with us.
yeah,
That is, and it's been almost a year. That is absolutely fantastic. Congratulations on that. Well
yeah,
done. Let me ask you, because see, this is the big problem that, there's a lot of weight loss things out there and people do them and they lose the weight and that's all great. And what happens? They always put the weight back on. But it's been now almost a year for you and you haven't put the weight back on.
mm.
Let me ask you what do you think it is that has enabled you to keep the weight off?
I think what I learned with you guys, and I can't remember if this was subliminally taught to me, but just to eat when I was hungry.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, that's when so before then there'd be a lot of emotional eating and boredom eating and the fridge is there, I'm just passing it, let's see what's inside. But I think it
Right.
was to eat when I'm hungry.
And
Mm.
what you've also learned here on the program, which to be able to enable that to happen, Glenn, is to recognise when your body actually really is hungry as opposed to craving.
Yeah, a craving and what am I going to do now? I'm a bit bored. That kind of it's not even a craving. It's you get this kind of. I still get it. There's nothing to do. What shall I do? I'll eat. That now I can bypass that. So yeah,
Okay.
just listening to your body a bit more.
Yeah. Okay. That's information that a lot of guys out there will see and hear, and it will have an effect on them. It's very interesting and very good to hear. Well done.
Thanks. Well, yeah.
Okay, cool. And Glenn, so what in regards to controlling your weight? I mean, do you have any fears moving forward about now being able to control your weight?
Yeah, it's always a concern. I think when you've been as heavy as I was, and I still have a bit, I'd love just to lose like another, I don't know, 24 pounds, 30 pounds, and then I'd be happy. And it's always in your back of your mind because it's slowly crept up before. So, yeah, so it is a concern. But what I've done before, whenever I've felt or seen on the scales that my weight's cropping up, is just to go back on your program properly. And
use the same methods that you learned here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
I said,
Oh, there you go.
okay. So basically, you know, look, you'll just go back and use the same methods that we taught you when you were here.
Yeah.
To manage your weight. Simple as that.
It's really easy, and I would just say that, you know, the weight, whenever I have gone back on it, because over Christmas I put a few pounds on. Whenever I went back on it, I lost it again within about 4 days. I lost my Christmas weight.
Yeah.
So, you know, absolutely fine. It's a really easy program. You know, it's surprisingly straightforward and simple. You know, and that's the great thing about it, I find.
Just so people know, can I just touch on something? Is that the body is actually designed to store fat and put on weight. So for you to get down to a certain weight and say, well, I'm going to stay this weight relatively easy and manage it for the rest of my life, well, your weight is always going to be, well, you're going to have periods, Christmas time, certain situations like this where your weight will fluctuate. But the thing is now, you know how to control that. And that's the most important thing.
And I think the time that you guys recommend spending a certain length of time there, which is, when I first looked at it, I thought, oh, that's a long time. But the advantage of that is that it becomes a habit, you know, it becomes instilled in you, and it's not frightening. Because, you know, anyone can go somewhere and go on a diet or go on a program and lose 10 pounds in a week or two. But the fact that you go for a long period of time that's more sustained, I think ingrains it. And I thought that was really useful. I would also wanted to say that I think for me, it was going away to Thailand was a real reboot psychologically as well. Just, you know, I think there's a lot of middle-aged men who just need to draw a line under certain things, get away, spend some time looking after themselves, and come back. And you guys really, I think, give me a second bite of the cherry, as it were, because I think if I hadn't have come to you guys, I'd be another 40, 50 pounds heavier by now, or another 20 pounds heavier anyway, and on a real downward trajectory. So, so thanks.
You're welcome. Okay. Yeah. Steve, do you want to finish with anything?
No, I think we've got some pretty good feedback from
very good feedback.
Yeah. We really appreciate it, Glenn.
Okay, you're welcome.
Well, you stay in touch, Glenn.
I will. I just want to ask you, what's it like in Thailand now with all this going on?
Well, I don't think there's an enforced. I don't think it's enforced having to stay at home. I think we can move around. Although the conditions at the moment, there's a massive fire going on here in Chiang Mai. Doi Satep, the mountain behind your stage, is on fire. So the smoke quality is pretty bad at the moment. So it's kind of a good thing that we've shut down at the moment, like all the other businesses. But
it's worrying times all around, isn't it?
No. Okay, Glenn. Great talking with you. Stay in touch, Glenn.
Take care of yourself.
Good to see you again, Glenn. You look great.
Bye-bye.
See you, mate.
See you, Glenn.
Bye.